We're going to talk about factoring. And one of the forms that we use in factoring that we don't usually use in regular algebra, that we do in Algebra 2 and beyond, are sum and difference of cubes. So our objective is I can factor using the sum of cubes and the difference of cubes. Now the pattern are laid out here. Basically what you're looking for are a quantity that's cubed plus another quantity that's cubed, or a quantity cubed that's minus a quantity cubed. That means it's going to be a binomial in one form or the other, and they factor using this pattern. Whatever that thing is that's cubed is going to become a plus b, a squared minus ab, and plus b squared. Now notice the patterns here. When it becomes a minus, the plus here changes and the minus there changes to a plus. So we've got a pattern that we can memorize with these. And I just look at it as we have a plus, minus, and plus for this one. This one we have a minus, plus, and the last one is always a positive. So what we're looking for is what cubed for these different terms in the problem. So looking at one like this, what I think about here is what cube gives me 1,000? Well, that's going to be 10 cubed. And what cubed gives me n? That's an n. So this is 10n cubed. And on this one, we've got what cubed will give me the 27? That's a 3 cubed. So in this pattern up here, the a is equal to 10n, and the b is equal to 3 as part of this pattern. So I'm going to just rewrite this pattern here, the factored pattern. So what I'm going to do is substitute in my a and b into this. So wherever I see an a, I'm going to put a 10n. So this is going to be a 10n here. This is going to be a 10n squared. And then this is going to have a 10n times whatever comes next. Okay, so I'll leave it like that. Now I'm going to put in for the b a 3 in each of those spots. So this is going to be plus 3. This is going to be 10n times 3, that b, and this is going to be a 3 squared. Now I can simplify each of these parts. So I get 10n plus 3. This is 100n squared minus 30n plus 9. That's what this factors into, just noticing what is the different things that are cubed to get that first term and the second term, and then substituting them into this pattern here. Let's try it with this second one here. The second one, notice, is a difference. It's a binomial with a minus, and there are cubes involved. So I'm going to look for the cube pattern. I think through what cubed would give me a 64. Well, that's a 4. What cube gives me a y? And that's a y cubed. That's just a y. So, and on this one, what cube gives me the 125? That's a 5 cubed. And then z for the z cubed. So here are my two expressions where I'm going to let a equal the 4y, what is cubed, and b equal the 5z. And then I just write out the pattern here using my a's and b's. So I'm going to have a parentheses here. I'm going to go ahead and write out a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. Now, I'll write it out here with the substituting in the a's and the b's. So just minus plus plus for this pattern. Now wherever there's an a, I'm going to put in a 4y. Wherever there's a b, I'm going to put in a 5z. So this is going to be a 4y minus 5z. Then I'm going to have a 4y squared. And here I'm going to have 4y times 5z. And then lastly, I'll have the 5z squared. So square that entire term. Now I go ahead and simplify. Once I've got them written out where the a's and b's go, I can now simplify them. So I get 4y minus 5z times 16y squared plus 20yz plus 25z squared. Once you get used to these patterns and you come to more understand them and memorize them, you can skip identifying the a and b by just seeing what's cubed and jump right into these patterns here where you put it into the factored form. So more advanced forms of polynomials that we factor are cubes. We've done squares, quadratics. Cubes have a certain pattern, so we want to be able to factor sum and difference of cubes, those binomials. Here are the patterns, and we use identifying what the cube roots are in order to put them into the pattern, what the a and the b are, substitute them in, and simplify.